Welcome back, viewers. This is Johnny. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Selle SMP TRK Designed for Your Body Ergonomic Saddle. This is my 1-year review of this product, and I wanted to share with my viewers my experience on the saddle and what it's brought me in terms of comfort and benefits as opposed to other saddles that I've used in the past. And hopefully this review will help others to make a more informed decision, whether they're on the fence on getting this saddle or determining whether or not this saddle will suit their needs. So I wanted to talk about the design of this saddle. What makes it so special? The first thing that comes to mind when talking about the saddle is the saddle width. While most saddles today are about 5 inches wide, this saddle comes in at around 6.5 inches wide. So many manufacturers today like Pro Logo, Selle Italia, and Physique have saddles that are within the 120 to 140 millimeter range, which is about 5 to 5.5 inches wide. So this Selle SMP is a full inch to inch and a half wider than that. And so what that does is it gives the sit bones ample room to rest, and it relieves the pressure off the perineal nerves with this central channel that basically is a cutout to give those nerves basically an area where there's no contact. So there's no pressure going to the perineal nerves, which rests right underneath the pelvic bones. And your pelvic bones generally when riding are going to be resting on this part of the saddle. If a rider isn't sprinting, they're just riding regularly or climbing, the sit bones are going to be towards the middle of the saddle or a little further back. And when a rider goes for a sprint while seated or they're in time trialing mode, generally those pelvic bones will move forward as the pelvis rotates while the rider reaches for their aero bars or their drop bars. And that's when this special feature comes in. This nose slants down deliberately so that when a rider moves forward on the saddle doesn't impede the rider from moving forward. It actually relieves pressure while a rider is towards the front of the saddle by allowing the nose to drop instead of basically ram into the rider's groin or reproductive organs. So that's what makes the saddle notable among other saddles being produced today. And just as a point of reference, up until the 1990s, all saddles were about this wide. If you look at the old Brooks B17, that saddle was about 7 inches wide. If you look at the Veta and other manufacturers of the 80s, they made saddles over 6 inches wide. And again, prior to the 1990s, saddle soreness and testicular cancer and erectile dysfunction, those weren't problems that many people associated with cycling. There were, of course, people who were saying that for a long time, ever since cycling's beginning, but prior to the decade of the 90s, most saddles were wide enough to where riders didn't experience those problems while riding their bikes. Afterwards, for some reason, they decided to make them narrower, maybe thinking that this area here had to be narrower to accommodate a more up and down movement of the legs. However, I will say from my own experience, when riding here on the front of the saddle, this part of the saddle doesn't impede me. It doesn't impede me from moving my legs quickly, and I don't really experience any kind of chafing or any kind of soreness in between my thighs because of this wider channel. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I experience less chafing, less friction overall riding this saddle as opposed to others that I've ridden in the past. So one more point of reference. Here's a takeoff of a new bike saddle that I just bought, and I just wanted to show you the difference in width of the saddle that I got from the new bike as opposed to the Selle SMP, just so my viewers could take note of the width of the Selle SMP compared to other saddles that are being manufactured. So I hope this allows my viewers to make a well-informed decision, and stay tuned for more product reviews. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Johnny Guzman at A Bicycle's Point of View, and my blog is www.bicyclespointofview.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching.